Have you ever wondered what it might feel like to shed the layers of social expectation, quite literally? To stand by the sea, with the sun on your skin, free from the constraints of clothing and the judgments that often come with it. For thousands, this is an annual pilgrimage to a secluded stretch of Italian coastline. A unique festival unfolds, the human form celebrated in its most natural state. This event is known as a Naturist festival, a gathering dedicated to living without clothes. For many, it's shrouded in misunderstanding and myth. Outsiders may conjure images of hedonism or exhibitionism and ask about safety, morality, purpose. The reality is far more profound and far less sensational. It's built not on shock value, but a deep desire for freedom, for community, for authentic connection with nature. We'll peel back misconceptions to reveal the human truth at Italy's largest naturist gathering. We'll meet seasoned veterans, curious first-timers, and hear their personal stories. This isn't a story about shock, but about quiet revelation. The idea of living in harmony with nature, unburdened by clothing, is not a modern invention. Its roots in Europe, and in Italy, stretch back over a century. Freikörperkultur emerged in late 19th and early 20th century Germany as part of social reform. It pushed back against industrial alienation, advocating fresh air, wholesome food, and social nudity. In Italy, with its reverence for classical art and the restorative sun and sea, the ideas found fertile ground. Early Italian naturists, intellectuals, artists, health enthusiasts, sought well-being and a challenge to rigid norms. They formed small, private clubs, practicing in secluded places away from prying eyes. These gatherings were quiet, discreet, and focused on health and landscape. After the upheavals of the 60s and 70s, visibility grew. Larger, organized events took shape. From clandestine coves to an internationally recognized event, grounded in respect for nature, oneself, and others. The history lives on in conversations, exhibits, and workshops exploring its philosophy. A century-long tradition of simplicity, naturalness, and freedom endures. Imagine a crescent-shaped beach, cradled by green hills and the brilliant blue Mediterranean. A temporary village springs to life for 1 week each year. Warm air, salt in the breeze, waves and distant music, the quiet hum of thousands. Access is controlled. Inside, a self-contained world with its own rules. Simple but effective infrastructure. Rows of tents and small rustic cabins make neighborhood pockets. A main stage, marquees for yoga and workshops, and a piazza of food stalls. Clear, unobtrusive signs gently remind everyone of community guidelines. By day, the beach is the heart. Swim, play, or simply rest. Tranquility reigns despite the numbers. Individuals, couples, families share space with an easy, unspoken understanding. As the sun dips, heat softens into gold. People drift toward dinner and evening events. Torches and strings of lights glow. The mood stays social, yet calm. Designed not for spectacle, but for shared presence in a beautiful environment. What defines the festival isn't the beach or the nudity, it's the people. A cross-section of humanity, 20s to 80s, kids to retired regulars. Diversity of body shapes, sizes, backgrounds. The unedited reality replaces curated perfection. Newcomers notice the lack of staring. People make eye contact, smile, and move on. That unspoken etiquette creates psychological safety. It lets people truly relax. Acceptance becomes the bedrock. Strangers become friends with surprising speed.
For an hour, I was terrified. Then I realized nobody judged me. For the first time, my body was just my body. Not good or bad, just mine.
Here, nudity isn't sexualized, it's just normal.
People are valued for kindness and willingness to connect. Each story is a thread in a tapestry of trust and mutual acceptance. The shocking truth? Peace. For a community to thrive in vulnerability, clear rules are essential. Organizers put safety first. always. Guidelines are simple and visible from the start. Public sexual behavior is prohibited. The festival is explicitly non-sexual in its public nature. Discreet security reassures, not intimidates, trained to de-escalate with courtesy and firmness. Photography requires explicit, enthusiastic consent. Violations mean immediate removal. This policy creates a rare bubble of true presence. Harassment is not tolerated. Respect personal space, quiet hours, and the environment. Environmental care is everyone's job. Rules become a living social contract, upheld by the community itself. Shared responsibility transforms regulation into trust, a haven built with intention. Myths thrive where first-hand knowledge is scarce and media sensationalizes. Myth: nudity equals sexuality. Reality: community, calm, and consent define this space. The atmosphere is overwhelmingly peaceful and non-sexual. Strict public behavior rules back this up. Myth: only young, idealized bodies. Reality: the human spectrum: old, young, slim, large, scarred, strong. These marks of life are visible and embraced. Myth: always naked. Reality: choice. Cover up when you want, no judgment. Myth: lawless free-for-all. Reality: permits, coordination, and professional operations. Safety protocols, medical support, and security measures are standard. Quiet competence replaces chaos. Myths dissolve in lived experience. Reality rests easy here. Days unfold by the sun and sea. Mornings begin softly. Yoga and meditation are about gentleness, breath, and presence, not performance. Art, movement, music, and discussions weave culture into community. Participate or don't. Doing nothing is a valid joy. Midday gathers at long tables. Local vendors serve simple, delicious fare. Evenings are intimate concerts under stars, shared, not showy. Hosting in Italy means navigating nuanced laws. Private land and permits make it possible. The festival partners with its neighbors, bringing economic benefits and goodwill. Italy's duality: art venerates the body, society prizes modesty. Health, nature, and art bridge the gap. Clear boundaries prevent disorder and lewdness. Integration over isolation, part of Italy, contributing constructively. Responsible, respectful, and rooted in place. Many first-timers arrive curious and apprehensive. Marco came with a friend's advice: don't force it, wear a towel, try 5 minutes when ready. He saw ease everywhere, his fear felt out of place. A breath, a letting go, like shedding a weight I didn't know I carried. 5 became 10, then 30. Anxiety evaporated. By week's end, Marco moved differently, open, connected, lighter. The act becomes symbol, shedding insecurity, choosing self-acceptance. Why thousands? Freedom from appearances, healing in nature, community without judgment, a mirror to clothed society. When decoupled from sexualization, nudity fosters innocence and respect. Safe, kind, functional. A living experiment in trust and simple rules. Families teach respect. Individuals heal shame. Strangers find common ground. In a divided world, this shore offers curiosity over judgment, and the hope of being safe, seen, and accepted.